Hi folks, welcome to Time Machine Toy Den. Last Friday, the wife and I went a road trip to Aberdeen where we had dinner and spent the night in a hotel. The following morning we attended Aberdeen Toy Fair at Pittodrie Stadium. This is the first toy fair or convention I've been to since August 2019, so I was really looking forward to it and it didn't disappoint. There were some members from the Imperial Scottish Garrison there in full costume, taking photographs and generally being quite entertaining. There was an R2 droid scooting about, and I believe later on after we left, a DeLorean arrived. So it wasn't a big uh, toy fair as such. However, it was a good toy fair. There were an eclectic mix of stalls there, which is quite good to see. It wasn't all just the one thing that everyone's selling. There was a stall there selling sort of imported Transformers and the like. There was a stall selling just pops. There were a few sort of antique ones selling antique bears and antique toys, train sets, die-cast cars, and of course a few with vintage toys, that 80s toys and 90s toys, 70s toys, things like that. Now I didn't get any footage of the stalls or the fair itself simply because it was incredibly busy. It was difficult to find room to film, but I wanted to share my pickups with you today. First thing I came across was this Macho King Randy Savage figure, complete with the scepter and the crown. I have looked for this in the past. I found it really difficult to find complete, and this one's in really nice condition. Still got the print in the back there. The trunks, usually find that that's faded. He's still got his scepter there, and the crown. A few scuffs on the soles of the boots there, but nothing too serious. Next thing I picked up was this vintage Ram Man figure. Now, I already have Ram Man, but the springs in his legs is broken and he doesn't have the axe with him. So I thought I'd pick this one up. It is still working and it does have the axe there. However, upon closer inspection, it does appear that this particular one has been opened up and the spring may have been replaced. Either way, it's been opened up and glued back together there, which is pretty disappointing. This next one here, I was kind of afraid to ask the price because these have been going up in price. Thundercats have really gone up in price quite recently on eBay. So, but I asked the guy, how much is that? And he said a fiver. So I was quite happy with that. That's probably the bargain of the day. That one there, it's in really good nick. Needs a bit of a wipe, but then what a 40-year-old toy doesn't. It's probably spent a good few years in the attic, someone's attic. But after a bit of a wash, it looks really good. No paint wear. Was happy with that. Wily Cat. Next I picked up a vintage Star Wars prune face. Looks complete. Has the cloak and it has a sort of rifle with it. Whether that's a repro rifle or whether it's the original, I don't know. I am going to have to go online and check. I mean, it wasn't sold as an original, with original accessories, so no loss if it's a repro. The other vintage Star Wars figure I picked up was a Bespin Guard. Been looking for this for a while. I found it really difficult to find it in decent condition. Usually the gold sort of trim on his outfit there is worn, but this one seems to be in quite good nick. Again, I'm not sure if that's a vintage, if it's an original weapon or if it's a repro. Something else I'm going to have to look up. either way, I'm happy with that. This next one I picked up in a bit of a whim. It was cheap and it caught my eye. Of course, this is a character called Cortan from Highlander, the animated series, which is of course based on the movie with Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery. It's not something I remember watching myself, and I probably wouldn't have because I was a little older at the time. It was 1996. The animated series came out, and the figure line was released around the same time. I believe these figures were only released in the UK, but like I say, it's not something that I'm planning on, starting a collection of. It's not something I'm planning on expanding on. It's just something that caught my eye, and I thought it looked pretty cool, so I picked it up. The back there, it's showing you some of the other figures in the line. Quentin, I believe that Quentin MacLeod, some sort of relative of Conor MacLeod. Maloney, Arak, Ramirez. I wonder if that's Juan Sanchez, Lopez Ramirez. Hunter. A couple of the vehicles there. And a sword, sort of cosplaying sword. Looks like quite a cool toy line. 1996. So I picked up a few of these Captain Power figures. I got Captain Power himself, complete, but loose. Quite good condition. I believe that little hole in his back there is to... these figures interacted with the TV show, the Captain Power TV show, which is quite a smart toy for 1984.
Score! Interlocker scored.
Interlocker? What's that?
A new Lord Dread device.
I don't believe it.
Interlocker zeroes in on a TV target, fires invisible beams, and scores. And keeps score.
Or gets hit.
Interlocker scopes out the XT7. Score!
Or be hit. The power of the future is in our hands.
We'll see.
Captain Power figures and vehicles sold separately.
Next up is Lieutenant Tank Ellis. Got his bio in the back there. Quite a cool looking character. Corporal Pilot Chase. Again, the bio in the back there. And Lord Dread, who's the main bad guy in the TV show, and by far the best looking figure in the line, in my opinion. And that is the Captain Power figures I picked up. They'll make a great addition to the toy den. And this one was the last pick of the day, but by no means least. A bit of a grail for me. I've been looking for this one complete for a while, but as per usual, Evil Bay is always overpriced, and there's always some things missing there. So I bartered with the guy for a while, and even though he started off as a good price, I thought I'd take a risk and ask him if he would take less for it. And then I said I would have a think about it, and I went away and I had a look around, came back later on, and when I returned, there was someone holding the box, and I thought I'd missed my chance there. This one even has the inserts there. The assembly instructions, which is quite cool. But yeah, when I returned to the stall, there was someone else in front of me holding it, and for whatever reason, he must have decided that he didn't want to pay that amount for it or whatever. But he thankfully put it back down, and I was able to take him up on the reduced price. This is a great playset, fantastic. Definitely a welcome addition to the vintage Star Wars collection there. So that was my pickups from Aberdeen Toy Fair 2021. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll be sure to post again soon.